The Yankees did not expect this name to surface, and that's exactly why fans should be paying attention right now. Behind closed doors, league chatter is quietly connecting the Bronx to a Washington Nationals pitcher in what insiders are calling a surprisingly aggressive trade discussion. This is not about depth. This is not about a rental arm. This is the type of move that could immediately shift the Yankees' rotation hierarchy and change how opponents prepare for October. If this rumor continues to build, it could become one of the most unexpected Yankees trades in years. Yankees linked to Nationals star pitcher in shocking trade talk. The reason this rumor is gaining real traction is because it aligns perfectly with where the Yankees are right now as a team. This roster is good enough to compete with anyone in baseball, but it is also walking a tightrope. The offense has stretches where it looks unstoppable, yet the pitching staff has been forced to absorb an unsustainable amount of pressure. Starters struggling to consistently go deep into games has put the bullpen under constant stress, and over a long season, that is how contenders quietly fall apart before October even begins. The Yankees front office is very aware of this reality, and that awareness is what makes the Nationals connection feel more serious than a typical rumor. Washington is a team in transition, focused on long-term flexibility and asset accumulation, while the Yankees are firmly in win-now mode. When those two timelines intersect, conversations naturally happen, especially when a proven starting pitcher with experience, durability, and upside is involved. What makes this situation especially intriguing is that the Nationals are not signaling a fire sale. They are believed to be selective, meaning any pitcher they are willing to discuss carries real value. That alone tells you the Yankees are not window shopping. They are actively exploring upgrades that could hold up in high-leverage games. This potential move would not be about headlines or fan service. It would be about survival in the American League playoff race. The Yankees have seen firsthand how thin pitching depth can derail a season, and they are determined not to let that happen again. If this Nationals pitcher were to land in the Bronx, he would instantly change the dynamic of the rotation. Suddenly, innings become more manageable. Bullpen roles become clearer. Matchups in a playoff series become more favorable. These are the subtle shifts that separate contenders from pretenders. Another key factor here is contract control. The Yankees are far more willing to part with prospect capital when they know they are getting more than a short-term rental. This rumored target fits that profile, which explains why Washington's asking price is expected to be steep. The Yankees' farm system has improved, and that improvement gives Cashman the flexibility to engage in talks like this without completely gutting the future. But make no mistake, any deal of this magnitude would require difficult decisions. Prospects that fans have grown attached to could be part of the conversation, and that is always where emotions run high. However, championship windows are not guaranteed, and the Yankees know that wasting prime seasons from their core would be far more damaging than parting with unproven talent. Another layer to this story is how the rest of the league would react. If the Yankees pull off a trade like this, it sends a message not just to their division, but to the entire American League. It tells rivals that the Bronx is not waiting for things to fix themselves. It tells playoff opponents that the rotation they thought they could exploit just got deeper and more dangerous. And it tells the clubhouse that management believes in this group enough to push its chips into the middle. That kind of message matters more than fans sometimes realize. Players notice when the front office acts aggressively, and that belief often translates to sharper play on the field. Timing is also everything here. The longer the season goes on, the more desperate teams become, and prices tend to rise. If the Yankees are involved this early, it suggests they want to strike before a bidding war explodes. Washington, meanwhile, has leverage. They do not need to move this pitcher immediately, which means any deal would have to meet their valuation. That is why this rumor should not be dismissed as noise. Both sides have reasons to engage, and that mutual incentive is what fuels real trades. From the Yankees' perspective, the risk of doing nothing may now outweigh the risk of acting. Relying on internal fixes and hoping for perfect health is a gamble that rarely pays off. Adding a reliable starter stabilizes everything else. It reduces bullpen fatigue. It creates flexibility in managing workloads. It gives the team a better chance to survive a short playoff series where one bad start can end a season. Fans should also understand that this would not be a panic move. This would be a calculated decision based on data, scouting, and a clear understanding of the Yankees' competitive window. The front office has been patient, sometimes to a fault, but patience does not mean inaction. When the right opportunity appears, the Yankees have shown they are willing to move quickly. This Nationals pitcher represents one of those rare opportunities where talent, availability, and timing align. Whether a deal ultimately happens remains to be seen, but the fact that these conversations are happening at all is significant. It tells us the Yankees are thinking bigger than patchwork solutions. They are thinking about October rotations, not just June standings. And that shift in mindset is exactly what fans have been waiting to see. If this trade materializes, it will not just be another transaction on the ticker. It will be a statement about intent, urgency, and belief in this roster. Keep your eyes on this story, because if momentum builds, things could move fast, and the Yankees could be on the verge of making one of the most impactful pitching moves of the season.